Okay, today we're going to show you how to strip the canvas off the trailer or off the bed base of the tent. Okay, so what we have to do is remove that sail track and then the whole canvas just slides off. So step one is you open your tent up and you have to remove the internal poles, or two of the internal poles. As you can see there, they're attached via Velcro. So there's three lots of Velcro tabs that we have to undo. First one being the one on the right hand side. So we undo the Velcro tabs on all three poles. That's the third one there. Okay. So that pole there that Daryl's undoing at the moment, that has to be removed from the tent. So we have to take that whole pole out, as well as the one that goes across the door here. So we have to remove that pole. So that'll be step one. Also, we have to undo the tabs on the pole that goes to the left-hand side of the bed as you walk in. And of course the center one, which is the one at the top. So we undo those, and those two poles just fold back on top of the bed base. Okay. But this one that goes across the door, we have to remove that pole from the tent, as well as the one on the right hand side. So we're removing those poles. So we're just now detaching the Velcro from the poles, and these two poles will lay straight back. You can edit that one. And these two poles go straight back towards the bottom of the bed base. And we're just laying that pole flat down on top of the bed base, so they're both down flat. Okay, once those two internal poles are out, we then proceed to fold the tent back up as if we were packing it away, so it all sits nicely on top of the bedboard on the bed base. Then we start to drill out the sail track, and we have to do all four sides. Okay, so once the poles have been removed and the tent's been folded up on top of your base, we then have to slide the bottom skirting out, which is quite simple. They just unvelcro there and then it slides out all the way around, as Daryl was doing. Okay. So we just pull that skirting right off. Okay, so once we've removed that bottom red skirting, we now proceed to drill out with a 5mm drill bit. We'll drill out the rivet holes that are holding the sail track to the bed base, and we'll go all the way around the tent. Okay, make sure that's all nice and loose. Once we've taken all four sail tracks off, we then slide the canvas away from the sail track, and half the job is completed. So we take all four sail tracks off, and that will free up the tent from the bed base. Okay, once we've taken those sail tracks off, we have to then just move the pole. The actual guide for the internal pole has to sit back through that hole, so you can get that canvas over that pole. And that's the final step. Okay, so once all the sail track's been removed and that pole's been tucked a bit inside the tent, we then fold up all the canvas for repair, and when it comes back, we relocate it in the same position, and we just follow those steps in reverse. So once we've got the tent in the right position on top of the board base, we slide the sail track back on.
Make sure nothing's hanging out.
We slide the sail track back on, relocate the sail track to the bedboard by re-riveting it back on. Just note that before you slide or attempt to slide the sail track back on, just have a look down that rail slide to make sure that none of it has been squashed or pressed together, because that's going to give you problems when you're sliding it back on. If so, just get a screwdriver and just pry it open on those tight spots. Okay, so that should slide in nice and easy. Be sure you use the same piece of sail track for the same side of the tent, and then the hole should line up and you should have no problem. It's probably not a bad idea to get your drill with your 5mm bit and then just re-drill those holes to make sure they're nice and clean so you can get the rivets back in. Okay, once you have your sail track has been riveted back on, we then open the tent up again and refit those internal poles by the Velcro in the tent, and then the job is completed.